Good morning. This is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns, darling. So today I did look at I think it's Spinks, the state of something. Anyway, I was telling you that Kanye is actually right. Like, I know we want to dismiss him because the man has probably had a spiritual awakening, and it's real. You see, it's hard sometimes to actually think about what's real, as far as like education and stuff, because in education, we just believe what they put in front of us. So when Kanye said that and it was something against a slave or whatever, then everybody's like, no, that's wrong. He can't be talking about her and tell me she dead. She's free. She a good part of history. She is. She's integral. But how much could Harriet Tubman do in his statement? Think about it. She a slave herself. She don't have the money. She just have a passageway. She not offering them jobs, and she just offering them a chance for freedom. So what he's saying is really not wrong. I mean, so the way he said it, yeah. But for real, the premise of what he's saying is not wrong. And so the video was talking about how companies use our data, which is marketing, okay? Marketing 101. You look at a specific group, you see, and you target them. I do it all the time. If I really wanted to create a campaign for kids, I have to look at what kids like. I got to look at the colors they like. I got to study the kids and see if if the colors are great, if they're like a pastel color or a hard color, like would they like do they want to see the image bigger? Do they want to see it smaller? Is it better for them just to see and be able to touch the doll as opposed to putting a film on a doll to keep the doll covered and pretty? You know what I'm saying? The kids know what they like. So why wouldn't I ask a kid? Even when it's marketing, period. That's all he's saying. It's marketing. Because after that, and that's what the boy was saying, after that, that's what he was talking about. He was talking about how people target certain groups of people. This is the stuff I like in my classroom. I used to tell my kids the truth. I did not tell my kids like some partial shit. I don't work for anybody. I don't work for a company. I work for the school. My job is to educate. It had nothing to do with anything else. So, when he's saying those things, that's the truth. That's how you create doctors and lawyers and entrepreneurs. You tell them the truth. So that is the truth. You are caught in a rat trap of actually having to put in more work after. You see, because all a person does is create the campaign. Now, how do we generate the money? You got to go to the store and buy it. Your kid has to want it. You see, it has to be all these different things. And so, even though we going back to a natural way of living, like I really am, which really I never kind of left from. I mean, I know his products and stuff that I really like. But for real, I can make them if I really wanted to. And I think that's what we need to get back to, too. It's like, stop letting other things stimulate you. I let my son go through it so he can see himself in the process of what they doing. Then I tell him, they got you, don't you? They got you, don't you? Because he wanted this certain soap, the Sasquatch soap. I got it for him because I wanted him to see that there wasn't a difference between that soap and the soap we have here at home. Actually, one we have at home is better because it's liquid. That's a bar. It was gone in like 2 baths. It was already gone. And, he just left a little sliver. That's all he got is a remnant of the Sasquatch soap that his mother ordered through the mail. But I wanted him to first off have the experience of receiving something that he got through the mail. Okay? Then I wanted him to experience how he wanted something, but when he got it, it wasn't everything that it was supposed to be. You see? So what I'm saying is that's exactly what he's saying. I mean, what could Harriet Tubman have ever offered anybody except for freedom, a place to stay, a chance to get on your feet, But I mean, I'm pretty sure it wasn't businesses that were offered and brand new houses and cars and shoes and clothes. They had to actually either beg or make or get a way to get that stuff. And what if they didn't? You see? And then we had different learning levels. Some people don't know how to read. Some people read. What could they do if they don't know how to read? What more could they do? And that's why I'm just like, why we always, the man is right. I mean, I don't, it's like, why always attack? Why not sit down and listen? And I think it's because it's hurtful. It's because that's part of the culture. I love Black Parade. Oh boy, when she say, what mama say. You see what I'm saying? What mama say. So what that mean is when your mama say something, that's what she said. That's it. You see, that's the end all be all of it. That's that Niecy. That's that what's her name? Not Niecy Nash. The other one, Niecy. Right, that's her name. Nene. That's her name. Nene. That's that Nene Leaks. I said what I said. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like we always used to, like I said, cover shit up. You know, they even cover up Martin and how he didn't go to all the marches and stuff like that. But Chisholm told him in her book. So what I'm saying is like, we really do need to start to think about the quality of what we're saying. And just because it's said to you in that way, presented to you in that way, does not mean that now it's a negative situation. That now this is something where we just have to flip out about it. No. What he said was right. It's true. Think about it. That's called critical thinking. What he's doing is he's actually hooking you and he's making you critically think about what you're saying or what's being presented. That's critical thinking. That's all that is. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Critically think about it. Put yourself in that time. And she just said, come on, we're going to be free. We're going to be free. You had to take some bread. You had to take a little piece of clothes that you had. You see what I'm saying? You had to leave stuff behind, make it look like you was still there. So yeah, it's so much. It's so much that we could. It's so much that we need to listen to, and really rethink about what we're saying. It's almost like we took, because you know the story of Dr. Martin Luther King is that he was young, and that's not even really his real name. That wasn't even his name. Like he actually was somebody else, and he wasn't even from the area that the march was in. And so they were using him so they could, like, even if he passed away, or even if it messed him up, it could have still helped him in some kind of, like, he still could have changed his life and changed his name. Okay, so what happened was it became successful and he became popular, right? And so they would ask him to be in all these different places and he couldn't make it. And so he didn't make all the marches that they say he made. Sometimes he wasn't even there. You know, they weren't paying him anyway, were they? But still, that's the fact. And so if you tell people that, some people, oh no, that ain't the story. That ain't gonna be the story. You know, it's like, we done heard it and we saw it. And you ain't saw it and heard nothing. You know, so that's all I'm saying is like, that's it. Y'all gotta start thinking critically about what this man is offering you. And yes, he's doing it after he's went crazy, whatever. But that's why he went crazy, because he's in a system that does not fit his ideology. It does not go with who he himself is. You see? If you want to buy something, why not buy out of need instead of having to buy it because it looks like it's the best thing out there, when it's not? You know, it's not. People, they really are questioning. You know, like I said, they called the freaking, when I told them I want to live on a bus, they called Children Family Service. Well, this situation that I'm in right now ain't no better than if I would have been just staying on the bus. Me and my son would have preferred to have stayed on the bus and just had a place to sleep at night, you know, so we could finish working on the bus. These people called Children Family Service, stole all the stuff, that we need for us to make the bus. You see what I'm saying? Some of this stuff don't make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. You don't need a full washer to wash your clothes. All you need is like that little oscillating thing. You don't need I feel like maybe I need a dryer though. I do. I feel like I need a full washer and dryer. I will get a washer and dryer, but what I'm saying is, it's like they make like smaller ones, like where you can hook it up to your sink in the kitchen, stuff like that. It's so many different ways for us to survive. And what we would do is create more bills and stuff like that. If I was over this program, that's some things I would start to integrate, putting in little systems like that. Like we don't have anything. If I didn't have the little money that I had, I would not have been able to get anywhere or get anything for me and my child. You see? So why wouldn't they just create like a little package? Like I said, it's this thing. It's like a little thing. It'll shake your clothes, shake the dirt out of your clothes. You still gotta squeeze them out and all this different stuff. But then also you can, like I said, you can buy little washers. Like they're not even full wash for like $100. You can buy the washer and the dryer for like almost $200. It's like a combo system. So it's just like, for me, I don't see the use of me using up all this energy and then having to pay a company a deposit, having to pay. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that we could actually keep for ourselves. Like, that's money that I'm giving to somebody and I could have solar panels. The deposit I put down on solar panels, the deposit I put down for this house, for the electricity, which I had nothing to do with me, I could have bought solar panels. I could have bought 6 solar panels for the price of what they had me pay to put a deposit down for me to have electricity in this house. With the $100 for water, I could have bought a water tank. You see what I'm saying? That's just like with the $1,500 that I had to put into heating up the house with the gas or whatever. It take me 1 diesel tank of fuel to make it from Virginia back to Illinois. Now it was like, yeah, exactly, from Virginia to Illinois, one tank of diesel, and I wasn't even empty before I had to fill it back up. I done spent $1,500, $140 of gas since October to heat up this house. You see how much money that was that I could have saved and had in my pocket? Then I had to go buy dishes. What else did I have to buy? Towels. I had to buy lights, like several lights. I only use Christmas lights. You see? But in reality, my electricity, what I really use, the electricity, is the bill is $40. Y'all hear me? And she say $30 is the base. So really, my bill is only $10. I use $10 of electricity per month. But I spent out $1,500. You see what I'm saying? In a few months, just to heat up this house. So yeah, it's some things to me in this life don't make sense. I don't want to cut grass. That was the other reason. I would rather just get a pair of scissors and have a little flower pot or bag, a flower bag of grass. You know, me and Blake can put our feet in there sometime. Just see what it feel like. And that'll be the comfort right there. We could put our feet in it. We ain't got to never worry about what's in there. You see what I'm saying? It's just some things, man. I wanted a garden. And the bus is like a complete greenhouse. So it's like we almost in a greenhouse. But I wanted a garden inside of there too. You know, a shower and a bathtub. All those things. And people will question it. I would prefer that for myself. If I'm gonna be poor, if this man gonna push me into being poor, if I'm gonna be followed by some man, you know, and I don't know the man that's following me, if I'm gonna be abused and all this different stuff, I want to be able to get away. That's all I'm trying to tell you. I want to be able to get the fuck away, and I want to have enough money in the bank so when me and my son feel like we want to sleep in a real bed or we want to get a different shower, then we can. You know, we shouldn't have to be stuck in a house, you know, and it's a place that we don't even want to be in. I don't think that's right. Especially after we work so hard at planning and thinking about how we want to do the bus. These people actually called CPS on me because I decided that me and my son could live in a bus. You see, I don't like that. That's too much. It's too much control. We just try. I'm trying to do me. I ain't nobody's child. I'm a grown ass woman. So people think, well, that's crazy. It's not crazy. Think about it. Think about all the money I could save if I just was living on the bus. If the bus was prepared and everything, me and my son could sit anywhere we wanted to, right? Because that's our little house. That's our little RV. And we just on the bus. That's us. And that's all I wanted to do. That's it. That's still all I want to do. There ain't nothing else I want to do. Nothing else. The only thing we have to really worry about is internet. And then if we try to get the internet, guess what? We can go to different places. We can talk to different people. We can meet different people. Maybe people will tell us about something that's in the area that we can go to and travel and see. And at the same time, I'm able to teach my child everything I need to teach him. You know, and it's different places where you can get your mail. Like they'll scan your mail for you and stuff like that. That's even cheaper than a P.O. box. It's so easy and cheap to live that way. And I would prefer that even after he leaves me. Because I just want to save money like that for him. He has a good business mind. He's such a brilliant child. Like, it's like, oh my God. I know that he going to be a good person, a good boss, you know? And so, even if I have those same qualities, I want him to have better than what I had. And I would live like that just so he could. You see what I'm saying? And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't mind hanging my clothes to dry or sleeping in the bus, you know, or trying to figure out something. I like to think, I like to tinker. And at the end of the day, it got to work. So, you know, the only issue I would have is like putting things together. Like what's the best screws and different holes and all that stuff to use and this and the other. But other than that, I don't have a problem with a whole lot of stuff. I don't have a problem messing it up and then fixing it again. It's just a big box. That's all. It's like a box. So it's like a steel box and you can fix it with different. You could put different metals and stuff to fill in the holes and all that different stuff. So yeah, I would prefer to live on a bus or an RV or whatever, or RV or bus or something else. That I don't see the point of this. I don't see the point. I don't see the point of this at all. So anyway, yeah. Thinking Thursday. That's my thinking Thursday. Is just seriously stop thinking that when people go crazy, they crazy, because they really not. I think that's just a conclusion of sanity. You know, I think they are more sane than you would believe. And since I've been here, besides the crazy people following me, I actually went when I would go to the place to get counseling. I felt more comfortable around them than I did with anybody else. And the reason why is because maybe what they saying is not crazy. I would listen to them. I talk to them. And a lot of people, they just not crazy. They might seem slow or whatever, but when you really listen to them, they got the full essence of life. It's almost like they know. They actually get to enjoy life a little bit more. You know, because they play the piano, they can play the piano as long as they want to. When you have you see what I'm saying, when you okay, you'll sit there, you'll have a break, you'll have to go wash dishes, you'll have to go cook, clean. But they just sit there and we just do it all for them, you know. Shit, maybe they got the right idea. But, yeah, I just want to be on a bus, you know. That's what I prefer. I prefer a smaller space. And then that way I can open up the windows for sunshine or not, you know. We can let the air conditioner go or do what we got to do, open up the top hatch. Put maybe another window at the top. I just prefer it that way. You know, I don't have the money. I don't. And I'm not going to get in a situation where y'all will let an abuser control or be a part of my life. I don't like that. So, yeah, I don't like that at all. Anyway, yeah, I think the man has a point, and I think that he is only just out here to educate black people. But like I said, create the opportunities. I still want to see the opportunities created. You know, like all these guys, they out here telling us what we need to do, but they not creating the opportunities. And the only person I actually saw move towards that way is Keisha Knight Pulliam, Tiana Taylor, and they've all been women. Yandy Smith. They actually create programs that help them further they money health. They, you know, instead of just speaking about it, they are about it. You know, and that's the part I like. That's what I like. But yeah, that's all he wanted to talk about was marketing 101. So anyway, y'all, please have a great day. Have a good day.